Hey guys, Colin here from zcure.com, and today I'm going to be doing a review and a brief demo of Aiphone's JFS 2 AED series of video intercoms. The exact model I'm going to be showing you today is the JFS-2 AED-V intercom system. The JFS-2 AED-V model is basically the intercom kit with a receiver and a door station and a power supply, and the door station is the vandal-proof model. So here are the main two units you get with your kit: the door station and the video intercom receiver station. I've actually hooked this unit up, so I'll give you a quick demo of it so you can get a good feel for how it actually works. If I show you the back of the two units, you'll see that there's actually only a 2 conductor going between the door station and the receiver station. That's all you need to make this video intercom work, which is great because I use it all the time for upgrading clients who have old audio intercom systems to a video intercom, and there's no new wiring required. You can use the old wires. Check the specs in the manual, make sure that you're meeting the requirements for the distance and the gauge of the wire, but in general, I've had no problem upgrading old audio-based intercom systems to the new JFS series without having to run new wires. Before we start using this, let me just show you the two units and show you how they work. The door station basically has one button on it, like most intercom door stations, and it has your camera on the top here, which is very obvious to everybody. The receiver station, on the other hand, has several buttons on it as well as some dials on the side. Basically, you can start with your on-off button, which is right on the side here. On the other side of the unit are 3 dials for adjusting your picture and your volume. On the front of the unit, there's several other buttons which are for all your commands, talking to people at the door, reviewing video, and doing settings and setup, of course. Finally, let's get to what you've all been waiting for, actually using the unit and testing it out. I'm going to put the two back to back here, and I'll let you know ahead of time I have turned the receiver volume all the way down. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of interference between the two units since they're obviously back to back. I'll start off by hitting the doorbell button here, and you can see what happens on the receiver end. Doorbell rings there, and the picture comes up. So on this other side, nothing's changed. Inside the house, you can take a look and you can see what you think, if you want to answer that or not. If you do want to answer it, you just hit the talk button down the bottom here and the audio will go through. If you want to go into some of the advanced features, while you're in the actual call with the person, you don't have to have answered the call yet. You can just hit that menu button and you'll see it'll pop up with a whole bunch of options. Now basically what you have is back out. You have a record option here which will allow you to record an image of the person, so if there's someone suspicious or you want proof that somebody was there, you can record the picture on the unit itself and store it for later. It also then has a lock button on the far side here. If you have a relay installed with a door strike, you can use that to unlock the door and let the visitor in. And then it also has this audio message button here. So that to me is one of my favorite features. If you're a family and you have kids that are home alone and you're at work, that's a great feature that you can record your own voice there saying, "I'm not interested, go away, come some other time," and it'll sound like an adult's home. I'll go ahead and show you how it works since I have it set up here. Basically, you press the button there, and then you select one of your 2 audio messages. "I'm sorry, nobody's home." And that's how it works. Hopefully you could hear that. And then it of course has the second message here, so you can press that and "Go away." And you can tell people to go away, and your kids can tell them to go away in a nice, mature adult's voice. Another great feature that this unit has is that it records a clip of every single person who rings the doorbell. So if you've been at work all day, you've been away on vacation, you can come back and review who came to your door and who rang the bell and see when they were there. So I'll go ahead and show you how that function works. Basically, if you go to the front of the unit and you go into monitor mode, and you hit the play button here, you'll see that it brings up a clip of who was there last. And as you can see, we had a very strange visitor. You can then either go and play that clip, or you can stop it here and we can go to the next one and see who else was here. So as you can see, it's a really great feature. It's a lot of fun. Ignore the date there. I haven't set this unit up, it just came out of the box. But basically that's another feature that I really like and I think really differentiates this unit from a lot of other video intercoms on the market today. Alright, now I'm going to turn all the lights off and show you quickly how this unit works in the dark. So you can't see me right now because I'm in complete darkness. But basically I'm holding up the door intercom and the receiver station there that you can see glowing red, the two buttons on the front of it. And there's your door station. It has a little glowing label where you can put your name there. Now I'm going to ring the door station, and what you'll see is that in the dark it actually has a light that comes on. So that's really great. It's a white light. It's not infrared, so your visitor can see it. And hopefully you can see the picture there. I think it's pretty good for complete darkness. I literally have no lights in here at all. It's pitch black. I can't see anything until now that I have this light on. Now that I've shown you how this JF series intercom works, let me tell you what my favorite features about it are and my least favorite features. My favorite features are pretty much what I showed you. The fact that it only needs a 2-conductor to transmit both video and audio, which is huge for me because most of the time I'm installing these as an upgrade on an old audio-only intercom system, and to be able to utilize old wiring is really useful. Again, check the specs in the manual. It doesn't always work out that you can use the old wire, but a lot of the time it does, and as we all know, that'll save you a ton of work. Second thing I really like about this unit is the message recording option. I think that's great for parents or even for businesses if they want to record a message that's just generic to tell people to come another time or to go away. I think it's really useful and handy to have, that you don't end up getting in a conversation with someone and that they also can't tell who actually is home or not home. Now luckily I haven't had too many people harassing me or stalking me that I've had to worry about using the recorded video clips to send to the police, but I do find it is nice to see who was there when they visited, and for nothing else, it's fun to be nosy. It's also nice to be able to see when your delivery guy from FedEx came by and you weren't home to take the package. When he notes on there that he was there at 12 and actually he was there at 11:30, it's nice to be able to prove that to somebody, even if it's just yourself. Let's talk about what I don't like about this unit. I don't like the overall bulkiness of this vandal-proof surface mount unit. Now I know there is a non-vandal-proof version that's a little bit smaller, but I don't like how cheap that one looks. And there is a flush mount version which looks really slick and nice. It's actually my favorite door station. However, I wish that they all looked like the flush mount unit as far as quality went. I wish they'd revamp this surface mount vandal-proof one to have the same stainless steel finish and maybe be in a square box and look exactly the same as the flush mount except surface mount. The last thing I don't like about this unit is how complicated it is to set up and use. I know I went through the options for you and they probably look pretty simple and straightforward, but they feel a little bit confusing, and if you haven't used the unit for a while, it gets a little difficult to navigate. When you're doing the setup, if you read the manual, there's several pages that go through how to get to different menu options and record those clips and how to delete them and that sort of thing. And I think it's a little tough to navigate. A lot of my clients who aren't that tech savvy struggle to get used to using it. So that's it for this review and brief sort of demo of the JFS 2 AED from Aiphone. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to email me as always. It's colin@zcure.com. I'm happy to answer your questions. I know there's a lot more features and a lot more questions you might have about this unit, so just shoot me an email and I'll be happy to answer you. Thanks again for watching, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to my feed and check out zcure.com for more product reviews, demos, and tutorials.